And we're on. Welcome. If you're new to this channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Logan. This is Timeless Personal Growth and Development. And today we're talking about attraction tips for men, how to break the obsessive mindset. So let's get started. So I'm sure those of you watching this video, it's happened to you, it's happened to me, it's happened to everybody. When we have difficulty in dating, difficulty in relationships, we tend to get a little obsessive over situations we can't control. We get a little obsessive over situations that aren't going our way in our dating life, in our relationship life, and we get obsessed and we get fixated and we do everything we try to do to correct it. But as it turns out, 9 times out of 10, when we get fixated and obsessed about something in a relationship and dating, when we get tunnel visioned and that's all we focus on, we try everything we can possibly do to fix that, it makes it worse. Why? For one thing, it's not good to be obsessive in terms of dating relationships. It's very hard to break that mindset. It can be very challenging when we want a certain situation to go in the direction we want it to go and it's not working. So we try to force the situation. We try to force whatever direction that we want to go in, and it just makes it worse. It doesn't help. For one thing, we got to break our minds away from the result that we want. We all want a certain result when it comes to dating and relationships, and we get fixated on a certain destination where we want to get to, and whatever we're doing is not going to that destination in the direction we want. We try to steer it into that direction. It doesn't help with your mental and emotional health. It actually makes things a lot worse. I'll give you a little story about my own life, which in my past, when it comes to dating relationships, I was insanely obsessive. It drove me nuts. I wasted a lot of time, a lot of energy, I had a lot of emotional anguish. There was a lot of emotional turmoil because I could not break that emotional mindset, or that obsessive mindset, I should say. So I was dating a girl several years ago, and we were on and off a little bit. And if you've ever been in an on and off relationship, yes, it can cause a lot of emotional turmoil. And it took all my attention away. My attention should have been on me, building my life, focus on my mission, focus on my purpose. My mission and my purpose was what? It was her. Because I was obsessed of trying to fix this relationship and going to the direction that it wanted. But guess what? She wasn't on the same page as me. We weren't on the same page. So what I should have done, back off and go invest myself into someone who is on the same page as me, but I didn't. And took all my attention and all my focus away from the things that I should have been focusing on. And when it comes to women, men who get very obsessive and very fixated on them and fixated on a certain part of that relationship, it's not attractive. It's not attractive. It's actually a really big turnoff, and actually scares and terrifies women when men get a little too obsessive and a little too focused on the relationship like that, where their attention, their focus should be on themselves and building themselves up. And that's what actually helps a relationship, is building themselves up and building a good life for yourself so that woman can bring herself in. And women get very turned off by really obsessive men. They need to fix, always need to fix a problem, always need to fix things. Always, when your wife and your girlfriend comes home at the end of a long day and she wants to talk about her issues, talk about problems that happened at work, talk about problems that happened to her, we men have a tendency to just start talking and try to fix the issue. She doesn't necessarily want you to fix the issue. She wants you to just sit and listen. She just wants to vent. She doesn't need you to fix it. And as men, we're problem solvers. We want, okay, we have a problem over there. Okay, we're going to go over there and fix that problem. Okay, now we have a problem over here. We're going to fix this problem. This problem is taken care of. Now we're going to go over there, fix that problem. Women don't necessarily work like that. They just want to talk. The act of them talking and venting to you actually makes them feel better. For men, no. Like for me, talking about an issue, for a very brief moment, talking about an issue that really bothers me helps. But at a certain point, I just need to, all right, I talked enough, now I gotta take action, now I gotta move. And that's where I think men and women kind of, they lose themselves with each other and they don't get on the same page with each other, because men have a certain mindset of how they want to deal with a problem and women have a certain mindset too. We always want to fix things. She doesn't want you to fix it. She just wants you to sit and listen. And once she's done talking about it, she feels better. But then our male brain's like, oh, the problem hasn't been fixed. Yes, in her mind, it has been fixed because she talked about it with you and you were a good ear to listen to. That was it. That's it. She talked about it and you listened. We need to stop getting obsessed of trying to fix little problems that are out of our control. And stop getting obsessed about always being a problem solver, wanting to fix every little thing. Especially situations that don't affect us. Situations that aren't our problems. We don't need to take other people's problems. We have our own problems, our own issues to deal with. Someone else's problems are not your problems. So don't take the burden of trying to fix their problems. That's their responsibility, it's not yours. So don't get fixated on it. And when it comes to dealing with your own problems and your own issues, in regards to dating women, control what you can control. When you can't control, don't get obsessed with it and just leave it alone. Because 9 times out of 10, when you leave a situation alone that you can't fix, eventually it'll fix itself. And it's really, really important for men to be able to preserve your mental and emotional energy and put it in places where it's going to be productive and effective. Getting obsessed about a situation that you know are not going to be able to fix or know that doesn't need your involvement, cool, not my problem. I don't need to get obsessed about it. Go do something productive, do something that makes me feel good and moves my life forward. Good, I'll give my attention on that. And in terms with other people, you don't need to take other people's problems or issues. And it all comes back into a circle about attraction, being an attractive man. Part of being an attractive man to a woman is being able to disengage when you need to disengage. And engage when you need to engage, and being able to know when to. Because a lot of the times, the woman that you're dating, she'll get very obsessed about a situation or problem in your lives. And if you're getting more upset and more fixated and more obsessed about the situation than she is, that's going to be an enormous, enormous turnoff. You need to remain more emotionally stable than she is. You need to be the leader. You need to do whatever you need to do to control your emotions, discipline your emotions, and once you feel you're in control of it, get out there with her and go attack that problem together. And be that voice of motivation, be that voice of inspiration for her. Yeah, honey, we're going to get through this together. We're going to move this thing forward. We're going to overcome this problem, and we're going to move forward. And if we can't fix this problem, okay, we'll retreat. We'll go do something else. We'll come back to this problem later when we're more emotionally stable and we can fix this issue together as a team. But as men, we need to be able to control, discipline your emotions, and break yourself from that obsessive mindset. Especially with phones now, especially with phones and in terms of dating. I had this conversation with a friend a few weeks ago in terms of dating. Phones ruins relationships in 2021. It ruins the whole concept of dating because you can always be in contact with someone. Always. The person you're dating, the person you're in a relationship with, especially if you're not living together, you don't always need to be in contact with each other all the time. And when you are in contact with that person all the time, it's actually more of a turnoff. You don't need to be in contact with them every second of every day. Why? Because you have a job, you have work to do, you have other responsibilities that you need to attend to throughout your day. You don't need to do that. If you're getting obsessed about a text message that your girlfriend sent to you, you're getting angry and upset about something she said in a goddamn text, you need to assess yourself. You need to reevaluate yourself and reevaluate where you are in life and reevaluate how you think about dating and relationships, and more importantly, how you think about yourself. Because I used to do that all the time years ago too, until I realized that's problematic, that's silly. Getting obsessed over a little text message that someone sent you because you're internalizing it and interpreting it in a different way than what it was actually intended to do from that woman, from that female, and you're jumping to conclusions. That's an issue you need to look at, because that's not a healthy response at all, and you need to stop getting obsessed over a little text message or a little phone call. If you're getting obsessed about it and upset about it or something silly like that, there's something in here that's malfunctioning. There's something emotionally up here that you haven't fixed, that needs your attention, that you need to reevaluate up here. Because as an adult, that is not a healthy response. And when in terms of women, and this goes for men too, if you're dating someone that gets angry and obsessed over a little phone call, a little text, a tense situation that you guys need to discuss, and gets upset over that, you need to avoid a person like that. And you need to invest your time into someone who has their emotions in check and has their shit together. Because the problems and challenges that you are going to face as a couple, if you end up building a life together, those are qualities you are going to need. Because guess what? At the end of the day, life is hard. Life is challenging. Life is difficult. And if you haven't got it up here, and you haven't got your shit together up here, those challenges and those obstacles and those hardships that you're going to face are going to be so much harder than they need to be. Because you haven't done the work on yourself. Because you're getting obsessed over situations that you don't need to get obsessed about. And you're going to have a much better quality of life when you know how to disengage and give the things that need your attention in the right moments. The things that don't need your attention and the kind of things that don't add value or add any productivity to your life, disengage from it and go do something else. And when it comes to women finding men or finding attractive men, those are the qualities that women are going to look for. A man that has emotional discipline, emotional regulation. A man that can control his emotions and gets obsessed, they're going to run from that guy like the plague. Because it goes against their nature. At the end of the day, from a biological standpoint, what are women looking for? Security. And you're getting obsessed and angry over a situation that you don't need to get obsessed about, that she's not even getting obsessed about, but you are, goes against her security. And she's not going to trust you. She's not going to trust your masculinity. She's not going to trust your strength. She's going to push, and she's going to test you. And she's going to doubt you if you're a suitable prospect to invest into for the future. Because it goes against their need to have security. If you can hold your frame, hold control, and hold discipline, and maintain your composure in challenging situations, what's that going to do to a woman? She's going to trust you. She's going to trust you that, wow, this guy can really hold the line. He can really hold himself together in challenging situations way more than I can. Hey, that's an attractive quality to a woman. This is a guy that's going to provide security. When times get hard and I can't hold myself together, but he can, that's a guy that I want to follow. That's a guy that I want to lead me and lead my family and lead my children. Because he's going to protect me in situations where I don't feel safe. And that's an enormous, enormous attraction cue for women. Break that obsessive mindset. Get yourself together and maintain your composure. Because you're not going to be able to move anything forward in dating and relationships if you don't break that obsessive mindset. It's a highly, highly attractive quality in a man. To get it together and break it. And on that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you can like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Logan Ryder. Timeless personal growth and development, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day.